winter capitals. In also cold winter conditions or weather, he moved to Alanya and around to spend the winter in mild weather conditions. Importance of this city, mainly centers the pirates and of the local pirates. That area, the palace of the Sultan Alauddin, excavated in the last years. Also donkeys or horses, but in war positions or some attacks occurred and that the big or huge mounts and the slope coming to this part. Also, when in many parts of the Mediterranean coast and the northern Africa, there are many points called Cleopatra.
Yeah,
Cleopatra.
everywhere is Cleopatra.
It said that as a wedding gift, Mark Antony
Really?
gave these lands to Cleopatra. I don't know. I think it's not.
Tale, yeah.
It's not at that point. And the pirates mostly use that part of the peninsula to climb up to get also to reach to the land.
Nice.
And also there is a rumor about this area. Normally you can see the sea is two colors. The land sliding. Top part of the here also lived. Today only in that area the Tophane district people live. But in the middle and the down part of the castle, some people can be seen today, can live also, living for centuries, but not here. Acacia,
Ay, acacia,
Cyprus acacia.
Uh-huh.
And the acoustic of the sisters is best. The other one is also suitable to see easily. At about 70% of the water collapse in that systems from raindrops because of the high annual rain precipitation amount supply you collect more volume of water in that cisterns. Also their depth change between 2.5 and sometimes 5 meters.
What, 100? 5? Oh, how many? It smells.
And for example, all that area, the slope comes to mid part, mid of the also that area to the sister's mouth. The rain drops here, but comes there. Normally, each square meter collects 1.1 meters high fresh water from the rain all year long. One at about 1 meters, but it collects from around that means 3 or 4 meters high.
But was no possibility to produce a food here in this area?
Not.
Not.
Not.
It's they
Not.
put it from the
Yes.
city.
They supply their water from here, but
It's
not
only
food.
water. Yes. It's
They have to store, make a store. They produce some breads for these positions, also durable, so 3 or 4 months as a fresh bread
yeah.
every
of course.
day. Also Turkish, Turkish bread like a flat. Also soldiers, high rank soldiers, a place. And these bricks from the new renovation, the new one.
What is it inside?
Inside there's a courtyard, a big courtyard, and inside the courtyard many rooms belonging to Sultan and his wives. And also a tower, watching tower. The cancer, some kinds of cancer. But suddenly stopped. I don't know, maybe some and sometimes normally in Selçuk times the people live in village. On Friday they come here and they use this bath systems. Then they went to mosques. They were praying. Then they do their shopping. A typical free Friday of a Turkish people in medieval era in Selçuk times.
But bath was in morning, yes? Morning. They take the bath in the morning. After
early
that,
morning.
early morning.
They come
After
into the city center early morning because the mosques we call masjid, small mosque, is not suitable for the Friday praying. The big one with a minaret is suitable only for Friday praying. They have to come to city center for the great mosque to pray. Just they came early, they clean themselves, then went to pray, then shopping, then back to the village. Also at that area times bath complexes have multi functions like you are cleaning the news.
Yeah, of course.
Also
Internet.
oh yeah,
Yes.
also the oral magazines like fortifications. Sometimes soldiers also guarding that area. They use the inside of these towers as a small masjid or mosque to pray. Also, the 5 times pray. Once upon a time in Selçuk'ta, some part of because the people comes from the sea level and walking across the stores and the mosque and another Bedrestan or Kervansaray, they went to Bat complex, then come here. and then back from that way. From abroad gives you a new chance, a new style, a new life model to you. Sometimes in a stone, sometimes in also in clothes. Clothes. Minaret and a small mosque built, but the top part of the minaret was collapsed because of a storm. Meters interval. One day walking off a camel means 40 kilometers. The graffiti point.
Ah, the graffiti.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Şurada daha. Ha, şurada daha. Burası yeter bize. In that area clear. The big graffiti actually.
Who is done?
It's about 250 years ago.
250.
50 years ago. Normally, drawing of a ship get complicated. That means a close time, for example. 150 years ago. The drawing get complicated 200 years ago, sometimes 1.5. There are many. That area. Burası aslında var ya, tam burayı müzelik bu kısım. Burayı temizleyip şey yapıyor. En az 70-80 tane grafiti var burada. Katır tırnağı. Parfümcülük.
I think not this one.
That one maybe. This is belonging to Master Ahmed, for example.
Yeah, I understand. Like bricks in Lithuania, the masters
Yes.
sign too. But it's the same. It's all the same or not?
Not. But when the last tradition Alanya house finished, this masterpiece also, the work of this master stopped. Later I can show you different symbols at other
Ah.
house. And in Selçuk and Ottoman times, the Christian people and Jewish people and the Greek people lived at that area, and the number of them sometimes reached 3,000.
Three.
3,000, and they have many churches. Some Catholic style, some Orthodox style. That one is a typical Greek church. Normally it was built at about 120 years ago. 1895, at about. The inscription now in the Archaeological Museum of Alanya. One of the also biggest volume church of the Tophane, and normally there is more than 7 churches.
One.
Seven churches in that
Seven.
area.
Seven.
Yeah. But we know only 5, and the other 2 is waiting also excavate. Onlar aşağı indi. Çok like an old man.
I think I will go to to swim.
After visiting here, maybe we can drink a cup of tea. Then red tower, then wait the car to go to Gintula. Made of first limestone, and the second one limestone, and the second one perma-carbonier, from perma-carbonier era. The also massive abyss of the peninsula, mostly big mass perma-carbonier rock layers.
Okay.
In some parts you can see. And the soft characteristic of the limestone, caves, rain and the water, underwater, underwater also raindrops with acidic conditions create some holes into the mid of the limestone layers, and finally mostly horizontally and dry style cave or cavern systems formated with stalactites and stalagmites. For example, in each centimeter of a stalactite or stalagmites occurred in 50 years. Each centimeter occurred.
50.
50 years, yeah. 1 meter for stalagmites in 5,000 years. For both making and protecting area in winter season. Two, that one used as a masjid or a small mosque for the soldiers or guards. The second one used as a önce buradaki Yörük dediğimiz halkın çoğu şeymiş, Ali taraftarıymış, İbn Battuta falan şey de diyor. Daha sonra şey yapmış, değişimler falan olmuş. O tahtacılar kalmış mesela tepecilerde falan. Normalde şeyler falan buraya geldiğinde çok büyük bir kitle şey diyor, Ali taraftarı diye yazar mesela. O zamanlar Zülfikar da Ali'nin kılıcı olduğu için çok yerde sembol olarak kullanılmış.
Burada da duvarda.